Well, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you around the shop and show you some of the product improvements I've made and also some of my own inventions for the asphalt and seal coating industry. We're a small business in Northeast Ohio, and I'm currently the maintenance mechanic, seal coat foreman, and operations manager here at this company. Doing some service on the skid steer today. But first off, we have this Rhino Works hot rubber melter. This is what we use for crack filling. Now, when we bought this last year, it did not come with a propane tank holder. It runs off propane and essentially uses a grill igniter and regulator to heat up the rubber. And then on this side, you can fill your pour pot, the thing that you use to fill the cracks. Well, it did not come with a propane tank holder, like I said, so I designed this propane tank holder last year and welded it on, and it accepts your standard tank, slides in there, it's nice and sturdy, and then you can hook up your nozzle. So that's a Rhino Works. If you look them up online, the propane tank holder they have isn't the best of quality, so maybe they can use this design in the future. But I needed to mount this to my rig, my seal coat rig, so that's what I did. You guys already saw the video of me making my own backpack blower holder and some of the upgrades I made to this brush box. In that previous video, I wasn't very clear on why this thing doesn't drain. After putting your brushes in, usually we fill this with water to about right here, and that keeps your brushes from getting hard and preventing them from crusting. Anyways, when it was sitting level, the original design just had a plug, a standard plug. So I put this ball valve on here and this nipple that allows it to drain better, because it gets so sludgy that sometimes it prevents the fluid to come out. So I put that spacer on the other side, and now it's at an angle and it drains properly. It's just some flat bar stock, and it gives it just enough angle to drain. And you guys saw this. This is pretty simple, but I've developed a different version of this to accept multiple styles of backpack blowers. That's all it is. Pretty simple. Now we'll discuss the problem with this HD10C ham asphalt roller. This roller is equipped with two spray bars, front and rear. So it has a water reservoir here where you fill it, and this here is where you drain it. Now, it's a common problem that cap gets pressurized on the piece of equipment, and it's a pain to get it off in the winter when you need to winterize it. Since it does hold water, you have to drain it out so it doesn't freeze if you don't have a heated shop. And most of the time, since the cap is made out of plastic, you end up breaking it. You can see how it's designed. It's very, very difficult to get that thing off. I tried in the past using a oil filter wrench, and most of the time what you have to do is use a hammer, and you have to hammer these tabs around. So I came up with these two different types of tools. This one just slides over with the T-handle, and then you can spin it off. I have a video on my channel where I show this, but I wanted to explain why a little bit better. And then this one I made to use my impact, just like a big socket, basically. Slides over there, and you can take it on and off. Now this air hose reel, you can see it comes assembled how it is. This is the original mounting plate. Now, if you're limited to studs on a wall or limited to the space where you can put it, it can make it difficult to mount. Here we're in a pole barn that's specifically built into the side of another pole barn. So I was limited on space. So I came up with another mounting plate idea that could get mounted to your standard pole barn easily. Essentially, it's just a plate with some tabs that accept this hose reel, and then you can dismantle it and keep it in its original form, or mount it to another post in your shop. Let me give you another angle here. It's pretty simple, but it works well. They should sell those separate or in a package deal so you can mount it in various options. Now, this welding cart was my first welding project. I taught myself how to weld on some YouTube videos and some books, and I needed a welding cart for my shop here. Now, I built that out of one table. I basically cut the table in half. There's the one half, and the bottom is the other half, and then I welded some legs on there and put some casters. I had this old vise, which was made in 1867. If you're a tool person, that's pretty cool. 1867. And I put a handle on there, and I used an old file for my leads. And yeah, it works out pretty good.